This is Into the Multiverse with Josh Peck.
Hello and welcome to Into the Multiverse. I am your host, Josh Peck. If you haven't had a chance to do so, please subscribe and make sure you click on the bell for notifications. Now, we've been pretty CERN heavy the past 3 weeks or so on Into the Multiverse, but that probably won't be the case for the next couple of years because the LHC at CERN is shutting down temporarily. So the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, is being upgraded. And what this means for the rest of us is the whole thing has to be shut down for 2 years while the work is being done. But once it's back up and running, its enhanced capabilities will make it even more powerful. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up for debate, and I'd actually love to know what you think in the comment section below, if you're viewing this on YouTube anyway. For those brand new to this topic, the essence of the Large Hadron Collider is to accelerate particles and then direct them to collide with each other in chambers. So they have cameras and detectors that are trained on these collisions, and the results are monitored in very precise detail. It's all about discovering new particles and new reactions between particles and watching how particles decay. So this shutdown is called Long Shutdown 2, or LS2. The first shutdown was LS1, and it took place between 2013 and 2015. During LS1, the power of the collider was improved, and so were its detection capabilities. The same will happen during LS2, when engineers will reinforce and upgrade the whole accelerator complex and the detectors. So the work is in preparation for the next LHC run, which will start in 2021. CERN will also be preparing for a project called the High Luminosity LHC, or HLLHC project. And that is set to start in 2025. Now, the run of experiments that were done between LS1 and LS2 is called the second run, and it went from 2015 to 2018. And that run produced some really impressive results and a ton of data that still needs to be worked through. According to CERN, the second run produced 16 million billion proton collisions at an energy of 13 TeV, or tera electron volts, and large data sets for lead collisions at an energy of 5.02 TeV. So this means that there is the equivalent of 1,000 years of 24/7 video streaming stored in CERN's data archive. Now, the enormous cache of data from the experiments during the LHC's second run dwarfs the data from the first run, and it's all because the energy level of the collider was almost doubled to 13 TeV. It gets harder and harder to raise the energy level of a collider, and this second shutdown will see the energy raised from 13 TeV to 14 TeV. Now, Frederick Bordry, who is the CERN director for accelerators and technology, has said, quote, "The second run of the LHC has been impressive as we could deliver well beyond our objectives and expectations, producing 5 times more data than during the first run at the unprecedented energy of 13 TeV. With this second long shutdown starting now, we will prepare the machine for even more collisions at the design energy of 14 TeV, end quote. Now, by every scientific measure, the LHC has been a huge success. For several decades, the existence of the Higgs boson and the Higgs field was the central question in physics, but the technology and engineering required to build a collider powerful enough to find it was simply not available. So the construction of the LHC made the discovery of the Higgs boson possible in 2012. Fabiola Giannotti, the CERN Director General, has said, quote, "In addition to many other beautiful results over the past few years, the LHC experiments have made tremendous progress in the understanding of the properties of the Higgs boson. The Higgs boson is a very special particle, very different from the other elementary particles observed so far. Its properties may give us useful indications about physics beyond the standard model," end quote. So the discovery of the long-theorized Higgs boson is the LHC's crowning achievement, but not its only one. Many parts of the standard model of physics were difficult to test before the LHC was built. Hundreds of scientific papers have been published on the results from the LHC, and some new particles have been discovered, including the exotic pentaquarks and a new particle with 2 heavy quarks named, and here's one of those names for you again, XICC++. After the upgrades in LS2, the third run will begin. One of the projects in the third run is the High Luminosity LHC, or HL-LHC project that we mentioned earlier. So luminosity is one of the 2 primary considerations in colliders. The first is voltage, which is being improved from 13 TeV to 14 TeV during LS2. The other is luminosity. Now, luminosity means an increased number of collisions and hence more data. And since many of the things physicists want to observe are very rare, a higher number of collisions increases the odds of actually seeing them. So during 2017, the LHC produced about 3 million Higgs bosons per year, whereas the high luminosity LHC will produce at least 15 million Higgs bosons per year. This is important because there's still a lot physicists don't know about this elusive particle. So by quintupling the number of Higgs bosons produced, physicists believe they will be able to learn a lot. All the data stored at CERN from the LHC's second run will mean physicists will be kept busy during LS2. There may be things hidden in that massive collection of data that nobody has seen yet. Eckhard Elson, director for research and computing at CERN, has said, quote, "The rich harvest of the second run enables the researchers to look for very rare processes. They will be busy throughout the shutdown examining the huge data sample for possible signatures of new physics that haven't had the chance to emerge from the dominant contribution of the standard model processes. This will guide us into the HL-LHC when the data sample will increase by yet another order of magnitude," end quote. So it looks like we'll get a 2-year break from CERN news unless physicists find something in the data they already collected, which, if they do, we absolutely will cover it here on Into the Multiverse. So as always, I'm curious to know what you think. I mean, sure, the LHC won't be functional for 2 years, but after that, it will operate at an even higher energy and luminosity. Do you see this as a good thing or a bad thing, and why? Leave me a comment in the comment section below, and also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. And in case YouTube still doesn't notify you, just know that every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central, you will get a new episode of Into the Multiverse. All right, thank you all, and until next time, take care and God bless.
If Donald Trump's election was an earthquake, his accomplishments since are the aftershocks the world never saw coming. Even while President Trump has had to war against dark forces who aim to obstruct and ultimately impeach him, his seismic impact on culture and faith in America is undeniable. Skywatch TV is proud to announce the Trump Aftershock special offer, featuring the new book by best-selling author Stephen E. Strang, Trump Aftershock. In Trump Aftershock, you'll learn how Trump's agenda aims to combat the media's fake news war with the president, address the surge of illegal immigration, expose the deep state and the agenda of former President Obama, strengthen ties with Israel, find lasting peace in the Middle East, and so much more. When you purchase Trump Aftershock from the Skywatch TV store, you'll also receive God and Donald Trump by Stephen E. Strang. The 2016 presidential election was perhaps the biggest political upset in American history, and still has many Christians and Americans contemplating the possibility of a divine connection between God and Donald Trump. Now you can understand the answer to that question and so much more in the must-read book that reaches far beyond politics and into the redeeming frequencies that America surely needs in God and Donald Trump. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of $44. Yours now for your donation of only $30 plus shipping and handling. These 2 books will cut through the media noise and reveal what they won't cover, while objectively helping you understand what our nation's most unlikely and unconventional president has accomplished thus far, and what you can expect looking forward. The Trump Aftershock special offer, available now at the Skywatch TV store. Order online or call 1-844-750-4985.